After the First World War, Ottoman Empire was dissolved and the Republic of Turkey was established. And this left the whole nation in confusion because Mustafa Kemal Atatürk got rid of the old system and brought in a constitution that separated the Islam and the politics. They just didn't know what to do with the women that came out their houses. But in 1970s and 80s, all these student movements started to uprise, which were suppressed by 2 military coups. And during these military coups, all these student movement leaders either killed or imprisoned. And when my dad died, my grandmother moved in with us to look after her chicks, my mom and me. I remember I was 10. We went to a vegetable bazaar. It was open air. And this man across the stall was just looking at me. And my grandmother put me at her back, gathered all her weapons, Allah belanı versin senin. That's true. This is a true story. My grandmother is just this high. She raised 6 children and me. My mom never remarried. She was determined to stay single forever and to live with her own mother and her own daughter. Match made heaven. My mom is a mother. Just the other day, she was trying to kidnap a child on the street. She hauled on to his shoulders, and this boy was terrified and trembling, looking at her, and she's shaking him from the shoulders and shouting at me, giving instructions simultaneously. Bring me the car! Bring me the car now! I'm like, Mother, why are we kidnapping this boy? Do not answer back your mother. That's one thing you need to know about Turkish mothers, that you do not answer back them, and you must obey what they say to you. Excuse me, police officer. I've never seen this woman in my entire life. Don't know who she is. It's just, she thought that there's something in his eye. She's trying to save him to going blind by taking him to a hospital, but not thinking that the action is kidnapping. All she wants is that I get married. Because marriage, the institution of marriage, is a social security system. And all my grandmother wants is that I become a general manager. I was 5 years old. She taught me how to read and write. I taught you how to read and write. You were 5. And she taught me how to pray in Arabic. I taught you how to pray in Arabic. We don't speak in Arabic in Turkey. I don't know. No one really knows anything about Arabic, but when she prays, all those mumble jumble words that I don't understand. It just feels so comforting. That's what matters. That's why it's so difficult to explain her why I still don't have a company car. But you're gonna be so happy for me, I know. Check this out. I have a fiance. I have a fiance. And I met him at a circumcision wedding. Have you heard about a circumcision wedding? It is one of the greatest things you can ever imagine. So when the boy comes to an age to, you know, it can be a few months old, just after birth, or it can be when he's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. When it goes up to 12 and 13, that's when psychopaths are born. So, I went to the circumcision wedding dressed as a vagina by my mother. But that's another story. Keep it up. And I looked at the crowd. The boys, sometimes families wait for their second or third son to come up to the right age. So everyone can remember and they also can remember. The family hires a wedding salon, invites all their neighbors, friends, acquaintances, the homeless man at the corner of the road, and then he comes and says, no, you can't. You just can't because you've just been playing around. You just can't. No. It was a misinvitation and then they can't get rid of. But anyway, it's a tradition that you invite everyone. And then all those people come in and they watch this boy who is dressed in a white dress, a big sash written the king and crowned, cape sometimes. Red carpets are rolled out. They're sitting on the thrones, carried on the shoulders of their fathers, grandfathers, grandgrandfathers, grand, all the men. Whilst the woman is beautiful as sitting and enjoying the music and the shenanigans. So I was one of those, and I looked around and I saw the bar and grabbed a few drinks and hit the rocks by the sea. So I was sitting on my own. My boyfriend came and that's when I met him. It's now my fiance. In a few minutes, we get along super well. We were snugging. That's when his mother came. That's when I met her. At the moment she saw us, I read her thoughts in a speech bubble above her head. This bitch. This whore is after my doctor son. Oh, wow. Doctor? He has some skills. But I don't care. I don't care if she likes me or not. Not anymore. She's been telling everyone that I am killing her. She has cancer. Not now. I don't care anymore. Because my fiancé is coming back to me. He's been working away for the last year, which is 52 weeks. 52 whole, 7777. There's a mandatory service for doctors. They have to work at a remote village. that they can't even pronounce his name and they can't even show it if they do this. And he's been working there. And every week he came back to me. Every week. 7 hours back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, 7 hours with those chickens and goats in those minibuses that just drive from that really tiny, wiggly, diggly roads every weekend. And it's lost. The freedom is here. And I said this to my boss. And he said, oh, you should come and see me after work. Yes, finally. Finally, he has seen the light in me. Finally, after all those years and 2 university degrees, finally working for the minimum wage. You got to do that, right? That's what we are designed to do. It's work for a minimum wage. It's all over. Now I have the control. So I go to my boss's office and I knock the door. And he's sitting across his room behind a red mahogany table. He looks like an authority. And he sees me. Oh, come in. How delightful to see you in my room. Oh, that's. And I come into the room. He stands up and crosses the room and reaches towards me. The room is shaking. It's electricity. He comes and stands just next to my nostrils. I can only smell whatever left over on his chest hairs. Oh, I have a proposal for you. Oh. Yes, thank you. What about a company house? Imagine a company house. Just the time with the wedding. Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you. He suddenly starts to circle around me. The room has a soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Everything is changing. Everything is morphing. I'm feeling anxious, but what about it? Maybe this is how they do it. I've never had a pay rise before. Have you? Have you had a pay rise before? Have you? Have you had a pay rise before? How do you know? How do you know this is not how they do it? He's just testing my nerves. I can do this. If I could, and I did, completed a chemical engineering degree, I can stand here 2 minutes. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. What about a company car? A company car. Imagine my grandmother. I'm driving and she's sitting next to me. Ayse, my granddaughter. How about yours? Oh, oh, drive, drive, daughter, drive. Oh, exactly. That's exactly how she would. Mine, yours. Drive, drive. Oh, yes, that would be amazing. Dun, 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 dun. What about I triple your salary? I don't know what to say anymore. This promotion thing is stressful. I'm anxious. All my nerves and all my hair on my arms and back of my neck and all those bits are out. But I am calm to prove my worth. Oh, that would be amazing. Thank you. Do you know what we call you here? At this point in my life, I don't even know my birth name. You say, no, what do you call me here? We call you Jennifer Lopez. Oh. Oh. Just because I was told to be very, very, very polite, I thank him from the bottom of my heart. I thank, oh no, I'm talking, not you. You stop, you stop. No, you stop. I thank, no. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So who cares? Who cares I don't have a job? I mean, so what? I'm a little bit more disappointment to my mother or to my grandmother. But who cares? I still have a fiance. And he's coming tonight. And everything is gonna be perfect. So I go home. I start tidying the house. Light some candles. Check the time. He always comes around 7:30. Start making some cocktails. Dress for the occasion. 8:30. It's a little late. It's for the last day. That's okay. It's the farewells are always longer than normal goodbyes. It's 9:30. I wait. No answer. And I wait. I wait. I wait. It's after midnight. There's no answer. And I wait. He's dead. And I panic. I grab the phone. It's an old receiver phones. And I call all hospitals and the police stations in between that wiggly jiggly far away village and here. Did you know that? You wouldn't know. How would you know? It's 272 of them. And I call into the light. And my hand turns into a permanent receiver holder. So, and in the morning, I gave up. And I call his mother. The moment she hears my voice, How dare you to call my doctor's son on his wedding day? On his wedding day. And the next 5 hours, I listened to the comforting sound of beep. Old phones used to beep endlessly. Beep, 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 beep. Now, I don't want to be me today. The end has no logic or the beginning. Discovering the will. I don't feel like taking my cat out for a walk. It's just, you know the look. Expectations. I don't feel like going to my allotment, digging the soil, checking on the gate. Well, that thing is solid. Just something nice, like drawing chalks. Red, blue, black, yellow, all the souls. That woman cleaning the windows, that's her. I don't feel like taking my ideas and thoughts for a walk today. I don't feel like being me today. But I can't get away from me. And all I want is to be in my mother's womb, enveloped by my grandmother. As a disappointment, I walked to their apartment, where all my childhood and teenage nightmares are having a party. I smell the Turkish cafe grounds at the entrance. I don't have my key. I knock the door. My grandmother opens it up. She's wearing her white pajama dress with all secret pockets and giant pajama trousers underneath, and holding her teeth in her hand in a jar. Some things never change, and I am grateful for it. When she sees me, "Oh, yavrum, hadi gel, hadi gel. Oh, kuzum benim." And I look at my grandmother, and I see my mom in the kitchen. Nah, I'm just gonna go to my old bedroom. And I head to my teenage bedroom, open the door, and all the black furniture bounces back my teenage depression. There's a tornado in there. I should just close this door and never open it again. It's just like the day I told my best friend to kill herself. I told her, I think we should kill ourselves. It's just like being the daughter of a single mother who live with their own mothers. It's just, anyway, so we might as well do it. I might have used a little bit persuasion. I mean, we're just 14. It didn't mean anything. Did it? Did it mean something to you? How would I know she would really do it? Would you do it? Why would you do it? Don't do it just because someone told you to kill yourself. It doesn't matter how old you are. You don't do it. It's like serpent gave the Eve the apple and said, you should eat the apple. The serpent didn't eat the apple. Don't do it. So when I saw her at the hospital with her eyes all, when she asked me, why didn't you do it? I'm like, why did you? What were we going to do? Like hold hands in heaven? Oh, maybe I don't get into those memories. Maybe I should cut this out of this monologue. I head to kitchen. Now, around the kitchen table, we are 3 women, 2 mothers, 2 daughters sitting, an eternal entanglement, a mortal combat. Everyone knows something is off. Of course they know. Of course they know it. My mother asks, what's up? What's happening? No? Don't know. What's up, mother? Her eyes are piercing through me. She's like, I'm just about to dissolve and tell her everything. I don't think I have that courage. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit longer. Tell me. You got to tell me. Remember what I said? You have to obey Turkish mothers. That is the rule. And I gather all my courage and swallow my pride and I... That's as much as my pride can allow. That's as much as the swallowing action has happened. But she heard it. She heard in between all the mumbling the word wedding. Yeah. Oh no. And then she goes into this screechy laughter. I thought my clown daughter said, mother, tea, something, tea, have water. I was almost dying. I thought my clown daughter said the wedding is off. Oh, well, this is the time to say it or never. Like now or never. That's what I said. The wedding is off. This changes. It's like a screechy laughter and the mood changes on my mom's, all from a PTSDs from 1970s, 80s, all those society. And now I have a PTSD mother who doesn't know that she has a PTSD. So we just deal with it all together. It's not off. It cannot be off. I bought myself a wedding dress. I know. Well, it is off. There's no coming back. What did you do? I mean, why is it that always that's me that was done something about something? What didn't you do? I told everyone. Everyone. What would they say? What would they say? They would say, You couldn't raise a daughter, they will say. Oh my God. I mean, I thought I was in need of a little bit of attention. I have no idea what to do with her right now. I mean, I don't know what the other people will say, but I'll say, like, I think I might be hurting currently. At that moment, my grandmother just dives in. You don't worry. I know what to do. You sit here. And she disappears back into her room and comes back in a few minutes, fully dressed to go out with her outgoing scarf around her head and her teeth in her mouth. She can now talk. I raised 6 children and you. I know what to do. I'm gonna go to Ayse Cave. Oh my God. Ayse Cave is a legendary cave. The legend says the early Christians, 7 of them, hid into this cave when they were all trying to kill the Christians and hunting them out everywhere in villages, streets, in forests, like wild animals. They hide there and they slept for 300 years. When they woke up, all the village was Christian and they were saved. So it is very important in Islam. We believe, as an Islamic person, as a Muslim, it will provide miracles. I'm going to Ayse Cave, circle around the holy rock for 40 times and pray 1,000 times, and all will be fine. At least she has a job. My granddaughter is chemical engineer. She is gonna be a general manager. At this point, I just decide not to say anything about the job. She spins around her heels and heads to the door. With the last step outside that door, my all hopes crumble. But still, my mother is on the table looking at me, chewing his jaw like a little stuffy. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? At this point, all I want to say is, Mother, that's okay. This is my life. But I understand. You ask, I will go and burn the cardboard house of that homeless at the corner. Don't take it personal. Just a distraction so you won't remember what happened about my wedding. Capish? Agreed. And I will burn all the houses of everyone that we know so they don't remember anything about my wedding because they'll be so distracted and occupied with their own struggles. But instead of saying that, I shout at her. It's like, it's not your wedding. Mothers are like ninjas. Have you ever noticed it? They train somewhere out in the dark, in their bedroom, under the duvet, these moves. They're so fast, like it's lightning. You don't notice it. And they're like, shoo! So, she grabs her keys and turns around and storms out. How dare, she says from the house door, how dare you speak with your mother, who sacrificed her everything for you. I was like, like, I just don't know today. She locks the door. I'm like, I mean, everything, yes, but this. And I myself brought myself into this situation. Like, who would want to, live and stay alone in his or her own teenage house? Just like, it's like, ah. But there I am. And I look at the drinks cabinet. I inhaled them a long time ago. There's nothing like, I know all the teas in those whiskey bottles. But my vices are calling me. They're singing songs. All I want to do is get out, forget, and get drunk. So I head